Log on to SheSoMajor.com.
Doing this trio thing for over 9 years now. I mean, a lot of people here in the States might have not known it, but we do a lot of international touring, so we've been doing this for quite some time. It's taken a little bit, it took a little bit to get used to it, but very comfortable with it now, and our fans seem to be very comfortable with it, and they've embraced it.
State of R&B is definitely in a transitional phase. It's there are artists in the industry right now who are trying to maintain the integrity of it, such as the Neos and the Beyoncés, the Ushers, Chris Browns, etc. But R&B has kind of taken a back seat for a minute to hip hop, and now it's starting to resurge, starting to poke its little head up there again. You know what I mean? And starting to make its way into the hearts and minds and souls of the consumer. They're wanting to fall in love all over again, and hopefully with this album 20, we can help people to do that.
So you think we could go back to that true R&B sound versus the record label made artists?
Yeah, I mean,
it's up to the artist.
I feel like it might not necessarily reach the pinnacle that it did back in the day, because just like Wanye said, the times are a little different.
Right.
But I don't think it'll ever go anywhere. It's just one of those things that still exude a certain type of soul and feel that will always have its place in people's hearts. Now, if it becomes mainstream, that's something else. But I mean, if you see hints of it from, especially like with artists like Adele, I mean, a lot of people don't really consider her R&B because she's white, but she's singing R&B music.
Right.
And she's singing soul music. And you see what type of year she had. So R&B music still has its place in the minds of people. It's just all a matter of artists actually believing in it themselves, and with that, they'll make it better, or they'll make it more of what it is.
How did it feel to get that phone call that you were going to have your own star on the walk-up?
It was great. It was one of those things where not something that you ever expected. We got into the music business because we love to do it. We love to sing and be around each other. That's pretty much what it was about. So everything else that came was a bonus. So when you've been in it for 20 years and you've received a lot of the accolades that we have, sometimes you just keep it moving and you think that things are going to be where they are. But when 20 years in, when you're still able to get accolades of that magnitude, it kind of makes you look back and think of things a little bit.
How satisfying was it for a young artist like Justin Bieber to say that he looked up to you guys and for you guys to collaborate with him?
I mean, it's quite satisfying, just simply because he's so huge. It's one of those things where you don't expect an artist of that caliber to even recognize your artistry. These artists today, a lot of them have a lot of, I guess, respect issues, and they're not even at the level that Justin Bieber is. And to see him and he say to us, you've inspired me, that means that we've been doing our job. I mean, Justin Bieber wasn't even a seed when we came out. He was an afterthought. He probably was a Boyz II Men baby, so we probably his uncles or something like that. But it's a great thing just to know that he recognizes us.
And dropping your anniversary album brought back true R&B. What else can we expect from Boyz II Men?
True R&B.
Yes.
That's who we are. I mean, we'll try different things, but we never go too far from the core of what we're supposed to be. I mean, we have 60 million fans out there who fell in love with what we're about, and you can't alienate them. You want to do the best to stay on track with what they're used to, which also want to expand and try different things as an artist musically. So we won't go too far from what we know, but we definitely will try to expand.